Right, guys, welcome everyone to Healy's stream for Monday night. We're with GRL for round 5 of the season. I do apologise, I've gotten the track wrong on the title there. Forgot because of the new game being released. There were some games taken off the races taken off the calendar. So we're actually at Abu Dhabi, Yas Marina. Superb track. And of course, it's the season ender normally, so pretty cool. Right, so to give you a bit of information about the track. So, as I say, it's the Yas Marina circuit, and it's the Formula One Etihad Airways Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Um, the first Grand Prix here was held in 2009, so it's quite a modern track. Number of laps in 100% race be 58, hence why we are 29 today. It's a 5.281 kilometre lap, so a long lap. The lap record here is 1 minute 26.103, held by Max Verstappen, set in 2021. And yeah, so in 2006, plans were announced to develop the Yas Island, located just to the east of Abu Dhabi, into a new tourist destination, with a major part of the plans centering around the 5.5 kilometre racetrack. The diggers rolled into what would become the Yas Marina circuit in 2007, with the project completed in 2009. In 2009, the track debuted as that year's Formula One season finale, with Red Bull's Sebastian Vettel winning from teammate Mark Webber and the already crowned 09 champion Jenson Button. Vettel would go on to secure his first title in Abu Dhabi a year later. The track was obviously host to much controversy in 2021, with the end of the race with the safety car and Max Verstappen overtaking Lewis Hamilton to win his first title. Much disputed first title, of course. The results last year, the podium was Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez. So we'll see a couple of Red Bulls and a Ferrari there tonight. We'll see. So enjoy a bit of useless information about the track. Always good to know a little bit about it while we're waiting for people to get on track, in a way. So let's just get some details up. CBR dry. So this is our first driver then. So Radex first onto a hot lap. Always first to invalidate a hot lap as well. So let's find that Mercedes. It's bright, I think it is. So let's get an idea of what to expect. Now, funnily enough, I actually raced this track myself on a Saturday night in equal cars, but it escapes me exactly what the pole position time was, so I'll be honest with you, I really can't remember. So I really can't help at the moment with what to expect tonight at all, but I'm sure whatever it does end up being will be a very good lap time, as it always is here. Go. I just tried something a bit different for myself tonight. I'm actually able to get onto the dashboard switch on my phone, which is something I haven't been able to do before. So I'm going to try using this as we go through. I don't know what it's going to do or how it's going to help, but we'll try. So it's bright across the line, 123.9. Decent start. for its bright. Apex is on his way round. He's out on the mediums at the moment. So remember, short qualifying session, so you get the 3 sets of softs. So Apex presumably is going to do 3 runs, 1 mediums and 2 softs to hold a set of softs back for the race. And that's a 25-1 from Apex. Lucio, I'm going to call it, I don't know how to say that. 24.2 P2. Kieran P3 on a 24.6 as Luge goes through on a 25.0. How's Raditz getting on this time? I think he's having another go. Bob joins us as well. Up to 19 now. Echo's been disqualified. Whether he's done that deliberately to start from the back or not, I'm not sure. Here he comes. He's going to complete the lap. Yes, he is. Always nice to get a time on the board early doors, so you've got something to aim for. And it's 1 minute 24.6, which puts in P5 for the moment. Ernie has invalidated his lap. He's into sector 3. Here's Gaz Buchanan just starting a lap. See if I can actually change the name of it now. It says I can edit the stream. Go. Okay. The reason I want to get onto the Twitch dashboard while streaming was because it enables me to manually... Sorry, Gaz has lost his front wing now. I've completely missed that. I hope you guys saw it. So I was messing about on my phone. Kanye Halloumi disqualified from the session, blocking the pit lane again. Whether that was deliberate or not to start from the back, I don't know. But some people do like to start from the back. I have to say, I have certain tracks that I like to start from the back on. Dubs Gamer, just at the chicane in the middle of the straight. But yeah, as I said, it just enables me to run an ad basically manually rather than waiting for the countdown. Which, if I run one, it means one won't come up. You know, so what I mean is, if you know something like a safety car appears, something like that, I can run an ad then rather than it happening when the race is back underway. So, Dubs Gamer then, just coming through the final corner, open up steering on the power, 125.5, that puts him P10 for the moment. How's Matthew getting on just over the line as well, 25.1, so he goes into P10 ahead of Dubs. For Tack, his ad on a lap. Through the chicane in the middle of the straight. So, lovely track this, nice and wide, allows for lots of overtaking, the 2 long straights of course, almost sort of one long straight that's cut in half by a chicane, a bit like France actually, with the long straight there. So that makes the 2 straights, both are DRS enabled, allowing for great overtaking. 24.1 from Fatak. But there's also other overtaking opportunities through the lap, so certainly one of the spectacles of the season in my opinion, Abu Dhabi. And I think the fact that they've shortened the lap as well adds to the excitement of it. I kind of miss the sort of difficult S-bends at the end of the straight, but it's there's no doubt that the simple sort of left-hander, it's quite an interesting left-hander. It's not just a basic left-hander. It's a kind of double apex sort of thing going on. But yeah, it does. By having that corner, it definitely allows for better overtaking. Quite often with the S-bend that was there, you did end up seeing quite a lot of contact because of how tight it became. Bob across the line then goes P4. Ernie is having another go. To the final corner now. Oh goodness me, I was just about to say it is quite easy to spin out the final corner into the pit wall, so be a bit careful. Ernie does it just to sort of demonstrate that for us. He still goes P6 though on a 24.5, so he's done alright. But obviously would have lost a bit at the end there. 2 cars. Oh dear, what was that? Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think the Merc was on a lap. It is on a lap, in fact, so I don't think that Merc, in this case Dubs Gamer, would have been particularly impressed with the AlphaTauri there. AlphaTauri was luge. Clearly got in the way. Watch Luge's lap now. He's currently in P4 on a 24.2. Ah, now he's moved to the inside. That would suggest he's letting somebody past. So, who else we got? Haven't done the hilly hop lap yet. Could do with somebody on an out lap. Where's Matthew? He's quite early doors. Panda's improving. The other AlphaTauri nicely through final set. So that left-hander's just slightly changed this season, and it's, in my opinion, quite a bit more difficult than in previous years. I don't know if it's this corner that's changed or whether it's just the cars that changed that made it more difficult. As Panda across the line, then goes P3 on a 24.0. Nice effort there from Panda. And where's Matthew then? We do the hilly hot lap with Matthew. Comes out the final corner. Want to open up your steering as early as possible so you can get on the power. Head down. To put the car over to the right, as you can see him doing here, down to third or fourth usually 4th I would say for turn 1. And you want to be flat out through the left and the right, ideally. Maybe not in the race, because if you're on the medium or hard tyre, probably a lift, but then down to second for the hairpin that takes us on to the first part of the straight. Matthew just gets out of shape there. Fortunately, that does mean he's backed out the lap. Who we've got next is an Alfa Romeo. That's Apex, but he's on an out lap. Who else then? It's another Alfa Romeo, but there's somebody else as well. Nope, they're coming out the pits. Anybody who's not coming out the pits, by any chance? Bob, and he's on an out lap. There we go. So, or an in lap. It's overall, it's an out lap or an in lap. I don't know which. Out lap it is. So here we go then. So again, onto the pit straight. Move gently over to the right hand side to open up the entrance to turn 1, down to 4th, nicely on the power. Careful not to spin on the sausage part of the Kerbal, and round the second corner as well. Bob will love the fact that I was on board with him to catch that one. Anybody else? Is it a curse of the hilly yacht lap or something? I hope I'm not cursing people. But if I am, next up is Apex. We've been on this dashboard thing, so I can't see any comments. Sort that out. Here comes Apex down. So we're back onto the straight, and we're going to go gently over to the right-hand side to open up the entrance to turn 1. Nicely into there in 4th. Well positioned on the exit. That will open up the turn 2, which in turn will open up the turn 3 as well. How are you going to find the time in set to 1? Then we head down to the hairpin, down to 3rd, I expect. 2nd, straight back up to 3rd. Onto the straight, open the steering up, get the power down as quick as possible, carry the speed all the way up the straight, DRS open. And we head up to that chicane that's in the middle of the straight. Late as you can on the brakes and down to 2nd usually. And again, don't hit the sausage curbs on the outside. You can use the outer part of the curb, is absolutely fine, but don't hit the sausage curb. DRS open once again. We head down to the newer part of the circuit, this sort of double apex left-hander, throw the car in, and you've got to trust your instincts a little bit on the exit so that you don't run out wide, and when you can actually put the power down, follow the track round to the right, and then the heavy late braking, late turning. This is the bit I was on about earlier on. It just seems more difficult this year, I don't know why it is. It's nicely done from Apex. Now flat out through the second last corner, into the final corner, around he comes, open up the steering again, get on the power, make sure not to allow your right rear to invalidate the lap, and Apex cross the line. P5, 124.1, very tight at the top, a couple of attempts basically covering the top 5. So then, we find somebody who's improving, and Alex just finished the lap. Turbo's into the final sector and he's improving. I think you guys might be going into an ad break now. So Luz go to cross the line, improves by just over a quarter of a second. He goes to 124 zeros and into P3. Quite early on, we'll use that. That is Apex. Stop the car. Presumably selects. I don't know what he's done. He's. Can't see any. Oh, look at this. It's gonna. His car's been. He's been disqualified. His car's gonna get in the way of multiple drivers who are coming through the chicane. Josh on an outlap, so it wouldn't have affected him as such. So I would imagine then that they're all on outlaps, so hopefully it didn't affect their main laps. I'm not sure why Apex chose to disqualify himself there. That appears to be what he's done. Attack across the line goes fast. It's 23.923, 7 thousandths of a second, but it puts in P1. Right is on an outlap. Orgasm has started his lap and is ever so slightly up in sector 1, although he's showing purple for that first sector, which would suggest, if anything, he's got a bit more time to find through the rest of the lap. So I actually missed the sector 2 split, but oh, and round he goes. That's what I was talking about with that car. It's so much more difficult this year. I don't know why. So for me, I think it must be the car. I can't actually see what's different about the corners, so I can only assume it's the cars that are different. As Matthew spins coming into the pits. Embarrassing for him. Here's McNessy. He's not got time on a board, so let's move elsewhere. It's bright. Second P2 literally needs 8 thousandths of a second to take pole position back. into the final corner. And across the line, improves by half a second. 23.4 from It's Bright, a very nice lap indeed. Takes pole. And wasn't improving through sector 2, but if he heads to the line here. Half a tenth to gain a place. And no, 3.5 tenths down. Luge is finished. I think everybody's finished the day. Dubs had invalidated his lap in a way, so he's going to be last to actually finished, and Ernie has just been pushed into the garage. And as soon as he's been fully pushed in, we will be leaving qualifying. So congratulations to It's Bright, who takes pole position, Vatak in P2, Wargasm P3, Lusco in P4, Panda 5, Luge in 6, Bob 7, Radex in 8, Ernie in 9, Kieran 10. White Josh then in P11 for Williams, with Dubs Gamer in 12, Matthew in 13, Gaz Buchanan 14, Messi 15, 10th Cannon in 16. Wasn't disqualified, but just chose not to put a lap time on the board. Apex 17, Kanye Halloumi in 18, and Echo 19, all three of those disqualified, presumably wanting to start from the back of the pack. It is a bit tight in the first few corners around here, pretty much until you get out onto the straight. It can be dangerous. The problem is even starting from the back, it can be a bit dangerous because you've got so many cars ahead of you that can potentially spin. So yeah, it's not a guaranteed thing. I'm just gonna pop you guys to a quick ad, so we're ready for the starts when you come back. Just popping in to say hi. Hi, Vice. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. I just I was on the dashboard. I've not used the dashboard before, so I was trying to use that. So yeah, sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. Commentates curse always. Thanks. Sorry, Bob. It's incredible how it happens. I always say there's no such thing as a commentator's curse. It's the driver's fault, 100%. But here we go. Remember, GRL does not use a formation lap, so it is all 5 lights on. Out we go, and away we go. And the McLaren doesn't get a great start. It's Bright straight up into P2. The Ferrari attacks around the outside and is up into P2. Sorry, It's Bright leads in the Mercedes, I meant. Anything obvious happening anywhere? I think Gaz Buchanan's okay. I'm not sure. He might have lost an end plate. I can't quite see. No, he hasn't. No, he seems to be okay. So I think everybody's gotten through okay. There might have been a few bumps and scrages, but ultimately the main thing is that everybody's got through okay. White Josh runs wide going into the chicane. And the Red Bull gets past. That was Bob, in fact. So Bob to the inside of the Williams. So Williams, White Josh seems to have very good straight line speed on. We finally have got a spinner, and it's Luge. And it looks like Ernie as well. In fact, Ernie, oh no, again he's got all of his front wing, and it's Luge has got all of his front wing. So again, we've had a spin, maybe a collision, but the cars seem to be intact, so I'm not expecting anybody to be pitting at the end of this lap. It's Bright off to a wonderful start in the Mercedes, and that is Gaz Buchanan, who's spun Coming out of the penultimate corner, I think that was. My mate actually managed to spin out of that penultimate corner on last year's game and end up going straight into the pits. He was reversed into the pits technically. He was round the wrong way. But Ernie is out. We've lost a driver, and it is on that turn 2. It's just behind us there. Spun out of turn 2, and that is a full safety car. So let's catch up with what tyres everybody's on. Didn't have a chance with the no formation lap. So it's Bright leads. Then he starts this race on medium tyres. Presumably, certainly guys at the front. So it's Bright, loops go. Are not going to want to pit off these mediums at the moment. The loss of position would be too great. So the only ones that might be the likes of Luge and Kieran, who have had early moments in this race, but starting on the mediums. McMessy as well, starting on the softs, so presumably take the opportunity of the safety car to pit. So he does, and Dad. I don't know what you're talking about, Vice, but McMessy in then, he's gone to hard, so potentially can go to the end of this race without pitting, which could be a massive opportunity. But having said that, it is Abu Dhabi. There are plenty of corners where drivers can quite easily spin, so like we saw at turn 2, so although technically the strategy could be great for McMessy, there's every chance we could see another safety car before the end of this race, so I'd say it's pretty much odds on at this point that we will see another one at this track, so hence why nobody else really has pitted. It was only McMessy and Gaz Buchanan, and Gaz has gone to mediums, not hards, so I think he started on the hards actually, Gaz. Why is there a change of position? Are we going around again? I think we've got to go another lap actually. Safety car hasn't completed a full lap yet, so must do another one. So I'm going to use that opportunity, guys, to send you to another ad, because that makes complete sense, and I apologise, I'm just getting used to doing this, so I'll run a 60-second ad so that it's even longer until it comes up again. Oh no, it's unable to start ad, okay. If I do that, no. I'm not going to put you on an ad because it won't let me. Why would it let me? Not working. Oh well, you got 19.5 minutes till the next one in a way. Fine. Right then. So let's go finds himself in P2. Without start, let's have a quick look at the position gains. Who's our right start? Why is there position changes going on the track at all? Always gets me that. We're under safety car. You cannot overtake. Any circumstance. Unless the driver's spun and is off track. Details up, anyway. Anyway, position change. So let's go up 2. Nice start for him. It's Bright held the lead at the start. I actually thought he started pole, so actually it's the McLaren that's of attack. No, who started pole then? Oh no, it's Bright started. Oh god, I'm so confused. It's Bright. Sorry, I got confused. It looked to me like the McLaren was at the front of the start, but it wasn't. It was Mercedes. Up 6 places in a way is Matthew. So he's our joint biggest gainer at the moment with Apex, Kanye, and Echo are also all up 6 places. Biggest drop at the moment, obviously Ernie out was down 10, but the biggest drop still on track is Luge, who's down 9 places. Let's go to the front because we're about to get running again. So it's back up, so away they go. Ooh, the top 3 seem to get good starts. And had a little look at Morgans, and obviously nowhere near being close enough. Just keeping an eye on behind, so definitely seems to be going on there. So some cars side by side. See, give me the view back, thank you. Dubs Gainer and Apex side by side as they exit. The hairpin, and here we go. Apex takes the lead. Those two and up into P10 then for Apex after the restart. That's all a bit further back as well. 10th Cannon and Kieran having a battle. That's 10th Cannon up into P15. Luge now with Echo. Side by side into the new left-hander. Round they come. It looks to me like Luge is going to hold that, but Echo is going to stay there. Still side by side. Very, very tight driving. There was a little bit of contact there at one point. But all in all, Luge has come out in P13 ahead of Echo. Oh, there's a little moment on the exit there, though. A little bit of oversteer. Come up now. Radex pretty close to the back of Panda. Even closer actually is Matthew to the back of Radex. Oop. You're a little bit late on the brakes. It's going to cost them a bit on the exit, but well, not so much on the exit actually. Should have got a good exit, which he did seem to. Would have lost him time in the actual corner. And a bit of a DRS train occurring. Changes. Oh, that's Echo, I think. Not sure what's happened here. Luge, yeah. So I think there was some sort of contact between Echo and Luge. I'm not 100% sure it was those two drivers, but Luge has obviously come off the worst and drops down to the back. Like Josh getting very close to Matthew. Let's say we're in a bit of a DRS train, which makes it quite difficult, to be honest, to be able to overtake. There's a yellow flag in sector 3, and that's Gaz Buchanan, who had spun out of the double left-hander. As Luge is into the pit following that incident earlier. Said with this track there's every chance of another safety car, so you're never fully out of this race whatsoever. Messi gets ahead of Kieran. Looks like Apex may have a run here at like Josh. Both got DRS. Apex clearly running a lower downforce. Still there. Nice driving from the pair of them. All contact was avoided. Got the slipstream once again, but it does look this time like he's too far back. And Now White Josh will have the inside of the corner, so yeah, Apex I think responsibly backs out on that occasion as there appears to be another yellow flag in its 10th cannon this time. So both Haas in the wars so far in this race. When you're having as good a race as It's Bright and Lusco are, and Vatak for that matter, Vatak and Wargasm, and Panda in fact, on the hards, the pace difference later on when these guys switch to mediums compared to guys on the hards in the later stint of the race is going to be huge. So those guys are absolutely on for a potential win here. We have a yellow flag in sector 3 once more. It looks like that's Gaz Buchanan, who's now taken to the pit lane. So Matthew gets ahead of Radex and Gaz decides he's had enough already. Yas Marina, oh, who was that? That was Panda that was spun. I think somebody hit him as they come out of the chicane there as well. I'm sure I saw some carbon fibre flying about in the background somewhere. Wasn't Echo. Right now, we'll soon know if somebody goes off into the pits. These three, this is White Josh, Bob and Dubs Gamer. We've got a yellow flag, and that is 10th cannon. Down at a turn. Oh, sorry, it's not. Sorry, no, it wasn't. Sorry, I've got confused there. It wasn't 10th cannon. That was Gaz Buchanan's car, who, having retired in the pit lane, has come out the pits and retired. Then stopped on track instead. So, Will McMessy is into the pits, so presumably he's the one that picked up damage. Saw in the background. What's going on here? The two Alfa Romeos. Radex. Oh, Apex. Way too late. We need to give that back. He does. Oh no! Oh, Apex! He's lost it. Coming out of the chicane after the initial issue of missing the break-in. And that is our second full safety car. Oh, he'd be annoyed at himself for that one, I think. And oh, we lost somebody else under the safety car. Dubs Gamer has lost it coming out of the double left-hander by the looks of things. So, well, happy birthday to all the medium starters, because this is perfect. Surely, what are the hard guys going to do? They're going to stay out. It's hard to say whether they should stay out or pit, to be honest, and well, they've made the decision to stay out. Really getting and trying to get a set of mediums to the end was probably the thing that they should do there. So we'll see. Long way to go yet. So that kind of stays out and takes some track position. A little bit healthier now for the Haas. We are now 4 drivers down on lap 10. So it could be a bit, this track, without a doubt, could be a bit like this. It's so many curves where it's easy to lose it. I mean, you've just seen that there with Apex. He missed the braking into the first part of the chicane, and then coming out, did everything right, and then all of a sudden, just as he puts the power down, it just throws him into the wall. Presumably the tyres weren't in a great state after going across the chicane, but well, no way I'd have been expecting it to do that though. See if I can run an ad this time. Uh, right, let's try to select a 60-second ad. Yes, started. I'm running out, I could go and get coffee. So we're still under the safety car, and well, the TAC, Orgasm, Echo, Panda in the top 4 here, but obviously they are yet to pit in this race. Everybody else on track has made a pit stop. They're not all on sides that are going to get them to the end. But see how that pans out in a bit. So just looking, oh well, I was just about to say the safety car should come in this lap. There you go. There's the confirmation. So we're with Wargasm at the moment. This attack will lead us away this time. I have to say, we may not be leading this race at the moment, but it's still looking, well, bright for it. It's bright, funny enough. Yeah, it just depends again on future safety cars if there are any. Presumably we're going on to lap 12, so the hards will have completed 11 laps. And well, to be fair, they could push them out to sort of lap 22, something like that, these hards, so they can still go some way yet. They're probably going to be a little bit slow though. Let's have a look at It's Bright as he restarts, and he's already on the back of Panda, coming down to the hairpin, moves to the inside. And with the fresher tyres, he's going to look to outbrake Panda, and he gets it right. And up the inside, It's Bright goes into P4. And that'll be encouraging for him. Panda may be coming back here. Gets the toe, though. It's Bright's already got a run on Echo, but he's on the outside of the chicane. This is never easy, whether you're inside or outside, to be fair. There's a bit of contact between the two. But a little bit on the bargy, all fares in love and war. It's Bright up into P3. There's no doubt at all as Lutzko goes round the outside here. Panda, and we've lost. We've got another safety car. We've lost Kanye, Halloumi, and Luge have seemingly managed to crash on the straight. The second part of the straight after the chicane. I'm not too sure how two skilled drivers such as they are managed to crash on the straight like that, but that they have. The safety car is back out, and now there's absolutely no doubt whatsoever the guys who started on the hard tyres are in, and they will switch to mediums, and they will go to the end of this race. So the only one really, well, potentially Radex and 10th Cannon. I'm not sure that they could get to the end of this race. Having said that, there are only 2 laps. Oh, attack! What was that? Oh, what's he done? What's he doing? Oh, that looks like a retired from the session. That looked to me like it may have been a wheel problem, you know. That didn't look to me like he's done anything deliberate there. That just looked like it was a wheel problem or something. So, that loses us for tack as well then. Matthew like that. Yeah, come on, AI thingy. I need to get past. And Luchko gets a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with its brights. He made contact under the safety car. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this will be the last one now. Everybody, I believe, is going to the end of the race. It's just question marks over Radex and 10th Cannon for me, but they're only 2 and 3 laps old on their tyres, and I don't think there's any question in my mind that the guys fresh on the mediums are getting to the end of this race. So presumably those 2 can. They may have 2 or 3 laps at the end where they're very slow. I guarantee that this will be the final safety car, but I don't know. I've just got a feeling that it will be. See if I can get another ad down then. Oh, sorry, as I say, I'm getting used to this. Or trying to get used to this thing. So the more I do it, the more I'll get used to it. So, it goes. Oh no, it won't let me do it. I guess I've got to actually wait so long before it will actually do it, so it will allow me to do it. So, Messi has pitted to a fresh set of mediums, and, well, 10th Cannon's pitted to fresh softs, so I'm not quite sure on what his plans are. He won't be getting to the end of this race on softs, I can tell you that, and after they only sort of compete well for about 5-6 laps, something like that, around here before they're too far gone and they're just too slow. I think in about 5 or 6 laps they lose about 1.5 seconds to softs, so just not competitive towards certainly towards the mediums, and even the hards. Oh, wow! Oh, for very Luchko, that's that is yourself not paying attention there. The safety car in this lap came up, and when that happens, the leader, the game automatically slows the leader down. Slowed him down quite harshly there, I admit, but it happens automatically, and as the person is second, you've got to be aware of that. So here goes its bright, off he goes. And the front 2 away very nicely. Bob pretty close to the back of white Josh. This view, decent view for the restart actually. As one Aston gets ahead of the other, Wargasm getting ahead of Kieran. And Echo round the outside of Kieran as well at the hairpin. So Echo up into P6. Sorry, See what that was. So that was the guys right at the front. So that was White Josh getting past Radex, I believe, there for P2. Josh does often find himself at the front from pretty much nowhere. Certainly a contrast to my race here on Saturday that I drove in. We had no safety cars. Complete opposite here tonight. As I say, it is a track where it can happen. As I said, there's so many curves where it's easy to lose it. On the other hand, I'm not too sure how two drivers managed on that last one to actually crash on the straights. That's impressive. So everybody really close together, yet there's no actual battles in a sense. I mean, they're all battling really because they're that close together, but it's 10th cannon then to the inside here of Matthew. He's got the fresh softs on. You can see the stopping power with those softs. Much later than Matthew, but Matthew gets the cutback. Switchback, whatever you want to call it. Absolutely flies past him. There's no... Oh, 10th cannon's left the session. The Xbox, yes he is. I can invite him back. Game. There we go. Right then, so what's happening here? We've got Wargasm here around the outside of Bob. It's a battle just up ahead of us as well. Between White Josh and Radex. Careful, guys. Survives that. Wargasm. P4. And it's Brightset's fastest lap of the race. At this point, DRS is now re-enabled. At the moment, it's just going to be one huge DRS train from 1st to 10th. 10th cannon is... looks to be catching up. He has joined back by the looks of it because he's re-solidified. Ghosting if he wasn't there. So, sorry, not 1st to 10th. It's Bright has got a 3.6 second lead, so it's 2nd to 10th, I meant. As moves are happening. Oh, who's that? That's Matthew. He spun it. The hairpin. He ends up round, drops down to the back. Look at this. So tight. Bob. I think he's having a look at Radex. Here he goes. Radex lands it around the outside where you do tend to get a bit more grip. Oh dear. Be one for the stewards, that's for sure. So. That's the way this race has gone. Oh, it's a bit out of sorts there. Well, Radex is into the pits, so he may have picked up some damage. Is he going to retire? Because he's just picked up 5 seconds speeding into the pit lane as well. Hopefully he doesn't. Anyway, back up to the leaders. Wargasm right on the back of White Josh. Surely here. White Josh might lose 2 places here. Not quite. Echo. He's going to get basically a switchback type move. But, now they will both have DRS, of course. Can Echo pick up the double toe? Really. Get Panda there as well, still there. Well, Echo could keep it to the inside on the better tyre. Still getting pace, but able to keep it to the inside. And that's a lovely overtake from Echo up into P3. And quick enough after Wargasm. Wargasm hasn't gotten away. Still within the second. And now is a difficult time. That's It's Bright's gap. And he's got 11 laps to run. That is a not very big gap to guys that are on medium tyres. However, we will reach a point in this stint where the mediums are going off. So it doesn't technically need... It's not going to be a case of him fighting for every lap of this race now, I don't think. At some point, his hards will become better. Not sure how many laps to go that will happen, but it's probably only going to be the last 2, maybe 3 laps. I think. Sorry, something going on down here. Let's have a look. Human past Messi, and it looks like Panda's making his way past White Josh. Compared to It's Bright, he's done everything he could here tonight. Whether he ends up winning this race or not, he's made the right calls for pit stops at the right times. He's actually a good start to the race. He's done the right thing on this restart by clearly working to get that second gap before the DRS enabled, which enabled him to work out over 3 seconds. And I think if he was to go on to win this race, I think that will be the reason. See, Wargasm definitely bringing the gap down, but it's not sort of... No, it's not flying down, is it? As Bob is out. That's in the pits, I believe. Bob's retired. So now down to 10. I've no idea why people retire like that, but he's running in the points. These guys have all got a team boss that signed them for the season. They do stuff like that. I don't get it. So everyone behind us now is all falling out of the second to the car ahead, although McMessy has literally just gotten back within the 1 second to White Josh, so McMessy could actually be the best opportunity of an overtake right now, although the gap's a bit big at this moment. If they don't battle Wargasm too much, then kind of work together, these two, on getting the gap down so It's Bright. So just go here. I'd be wanting, really, ideally, wanting to be saving your energy while using the DRS to stick on the back of Wargasm. Let's go to McMessy, because I think that is, as I say, our best chance of an overtake at this stage of the race. Usually when I say that, then an overtake happens somewhere else on the track. So, let's see, on the back of White Josh picks up the DRS. Too far back on this occasion. Just used to see that as an easy way to gain a bit of time on White Josh, and now it's all about setting up the move, staying as close to the gearbox as he possibly can of the Williams. Coming round. Oh, White Josh gets a little bit out of sorts there. Got a yellow flag behind us, the 10th cannon, it looks like. At a moment. How's the deed? But I want to go straight back to McMessy. That will have hurt. That will have hurt. I wouldn't be shocked if that's given him some damage. Look, Messi bouncing across those curves like that. I wouldn't be surprised if that's given him some sort of body damage, maybe to the bottom of the car. As Radix is out. Oh, he's crashed. It's a safety car. Oh, goodness me. A massive skill issue tonight, isn't there? It's unforgivable. I just... Well, we're at the point where people because pits are soft, so surely we'll see everybody in for soft tyres here. I can't see that anybody would gain an advantage here by staying out. 10th Cannon could stay out, he's on 3-lap old mediums, but he's not going to gain any places from it. That is... Oh, as it's bright is out. Oh, he's crashed on the pit entry. Oh, it's bright. He's not the first person I've seen crash on the pit entry, by the way, at this track. In fact, I've done it myself. Slight difference for me. I had a huge amount of damage to my car when it happened, and I just couldn't turn. But I can't believe he's done that. He would have been coming out the pits in net P2 on fresh softs. I hate to say it, but it's bright. He's thrown away a win. Probably quite an easy win as well. I hate to say it, but oh, it's bright. I feel sorry for you, man. So I've done that before, and I've seen so many people do that here. You're not the first, and you most definitely will not be the last. It's bright. And we are down to 8 drivers, so out of 19, so 11 retirements. Tenth Cannon should have carried on then. He could have done another lap before pitting for his fresh softs, but never mind, he's done it now. So definitely going another lap, guys. And yeah, massive skill issue tonight at this track for these guys. Okay guys, just going to pop you on to another break if it allows me, and hopefully then that way it'll be the last one. We can definitely see the rest of the race through to the end. So I'll see you in 90 seconds. Echo pits. So I think he realised he maybe had made a mistake staying out. The fact that everybody pitted behind him. Just noticed actually, White Josh went to medium tyres on the pit stop. Right, so as it stands right now, Wargasm leads from Panda. Panda has a penalty. Let's just have a quick look at these two penalties. At least you like leaving to the end, but we'll take a look today. So yeah, Wargasm leading from Panda, who's got a 3-second penalty. White Josh in P3. Since we've been up and there and thereabouts throughout the race, isn't he? White Josh. P3. Oh, and it's happened again. I cannot believe that that's happened twice in the same evening. honestly cannot believe that that's happened twice in the same evening. And that is, the game automatically slows the lead driver down as soon as that safety car thing comes up to say that it's going to be coming in. It automatically slows the lead driver down, and as you can see, for whatever reason around here, it slows them down so aggressively. And that is the second time tonight that P2 under the safety car is slammed into the back of the leader. I believe that's happened twice in the same night. Hopefully, for Orgasm, hopefully he's not got any rear diffuser damage or anything like that from that. But oh dear, he's out of shape on the final corner. Josh uses a bit of energy just to get going and stop any chance for Josh. He's going then, just looking down. Find as good opportunities, but so far there isn't any. But DRS of course won't open until lap 27, so we'll have 3 laps of racing with DRS. Wargasm, well, I don't know if he had a little moment out of the chicane there, Wargasm. He suddenly lost 3 tenths, but he had pulled the gap to 9 tenths. He's going to have to do that again now, but ideally of course he will want to eke out over a second before the end of the second lap of the restart. As Echo gets ahead of Matthew, P5. But obviously these guys are all in for good results tonight if they just hold on now. Don't need any heroics, just hold on. You'll be picking up good points for yourself and your team. As Orgasm did set fastest lap of the race, and then Echo immediately beats it with a 26.1. Seems eerily close to that lap record that I mentioned earlier on, set by Lewis Hamilton. And Wargasm, as you can see, is just eked out of the 1 second then to White Josh. White Josh, look how much he's catching him on the straight. So I'd actually, in hindsight then, I don't think that Wargasm had a moment out of the chicane on the last lap. I think White Josh is just that much faster in a straight line. Now after that contact, whether Wargasm's got any sort of damage to the car that's affecting his straight line speed, I don't know, but clearly White Josh has a serious straight line speed advantage. Messi right behind us as well. Hey Panda, yeah, it's exactly what I've said in the commentary, buddy. It's done it twice tonight. You're the second person that's happened to tonight, and that is ridiculous. It just slams the brake on the guy who's leading to such an extent that you can't react to it. Can't react to it at all. I would say that at least you know for next time you race here, but presumably you're not going to be doing that on 22, so hopefully you don't do it in 23. Or maybe Kieran, obviously Kieran with the penalty is going to lose this place at the end in a way, but of course just like to get ahead so that you can start having a look at McMessy and then White Josh. Yeah, see, so what seems to be happening is White Josh seems to be getting to about half a second behind roughly before we hit the third sector, and then as we go through the turns and everything, Wargasm just gradually keeps pulling away. Then of course we make our way back round to the straight, and it all starts again. Very, very clearly Wargasm is running a much higher downforce here than White Josh. And I think Messi has done the same thing actually. I think he's running a low downforce for straight line speed, and that's why he's not getting onto the back of White Josh, ready for the straight, as 10th Cannon's had a moment by the looks of things. Rejoins one of his silly 10th Cannon, guaranteed 7th place. A healthy sum of points for yourself and your constructors. So Messi's just managed to get a lot closer here to White Josh than he's been before. Echo, by the way, did get past Kieran, but for P4, but he's not managed to make any inroads as it stands at the moment into getting onto the back of McMessy. Just to mention, that yellow flag was 10th Cannon again. Again, so we're just in sort of stalemate. But last chance then, and well, White Josh, we've got about the same amount of energy actually. How well can he take the shit? Oh no, 10th. Don't retire in the pits. I'm going on to the last lap. Insane man. Technically, he's going to be classified, but if I was the league owner, I wouldn't give him the points. Honestly, I'm mean though. I am quite mean. I wouldn't give him the points. Retired in pits. White Josh would love to get a chance here, but the simple fact is we know this is where he's not been as quick as Wargasm, and so here we go then. Wargasm across the line to win in Abu Dhabi. White Josh P2, McMessy in 3 to fill out the podium. Echo takes a very good P4. Finish the run now in just a moment's time. Here they come, and to the podium. I'm not going to hang on to this. We'll soon get his trophy, and that's it. There you go. He's got his trophy. He's lifted it in the air. That's about enough of that. Right. Okay. So yeah. So Matthew P5, Kieran in 7. To say 10th Cannon's classified as P7. Let's see if the league owner's given the points for that or not, as he retired in the pits on the penultimate lap. Fastest lap goes to Echo, 126.124, and there are all of the rest of the positions. Not going to read through them all, just a load of the DNFs, and I'll scroll through the instance. Remarkably, there's not actually very many instance, which, as you can see, it only goes up to 27. No, that's just lap actually. Sorry, I thought that was number of instance. But no, you could tell because how quick I get to the bottom. Sometimes you have races where you literally can have 10 seconds left and you can't get to the bottom before the 10 seconds runs out. So in that sense, it wasn't all that bad. But of course, only 6 out of 19 drivers finishing. means it was a bad one. But there we go. As I said earlier on, it is that sort of track sometimes. But congratulations to the top 3 drivers, regardless, on your podiums. So there we go. Just gonna have a quick look in the Discord a second. Yeah, so we jumped ahead to Abu Dhabi. I did actually know that was happening. I just completely forgot about it. So next week, which will be Monday the 12th of June, the day before the early release of F123, we will be here for our final race of season 3.5, and we will be at the place where it all happens, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Interlagos. So come and join us for that one. I think there's going to be a lot of last races going on over this next sort of week and a half. So enjoy those races, guys, because they are the last ones on this game. And we all look forward to, of course, a much better F123, we all hope. And it all seems to be promising that as well. So let's look forward to that. Anyway, guys, thank you ever so much for tonight. Everybody that's watched along with me and everybody who's kept me company as well. A mixture of well done and unlucky to the drivers. Obviously, massively unlucky for you, Panda. I'm so sorry that's happened to you, man. And the other driver it happened to as well. But there you go. Anyway, guys, thank you ever so much. Good night, God bless. I'll see you again soon. I will be live tomorrow night, by the way, for WAOF1. So come and join me for that. We are at COTA. No, we're not. Yes, we are. Are we at COTA? No, we're at Brazil. We are at Brazil tomorrow night for WAOF1, so come and join me for that, guys. Good night.